Cool. We're good to go. Let's take. Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Vinci and welcome back to my channel. No, this is not a come spiral with me. No, this is not a new cover or a new music video or anything like that. This is just more content that absolutely nobody asked for. It has come to my attention that it is currently that time of year in the Northern Hemisphere where the autumn leaves fall down like pieces into place. I just felt compelled to make a little tribute video to the most pivotal, the most culturally resetting, the most critically underrated album of Taylor Swift's entire career. That's right, today I am ranking all the songs from Red, the album, because why not? I'm probably gonna pick out the best lyric in my opinion from each of these songs as I go. So, as you guys can see, I have taken the liberty and already decided on it Tears with lyrics from yet another critically underrated album, Lover Called She Wants Her Grammys Back. So let's just run through these tiers real quick. Bottom of the barrel from Red, which I didn't think was possible, but there is a category for it. We're starting off with It's Just Indifference, which is like, you know, I don't love you, I don't hate you, I just forgot that you existed. I am so sorry to this song, but I forgot it existed. Next step up from that, You Still Do It For Me Baby from False God. No, like honestly, False God is slept on, and that's kind of what this category is. When you hear it, it's like you just feel it. You just feel it. You still do it for me, baby. Like, yeah, I can vibe to you. But, you know, sometimes I do forget that you exist. But not quite to the point of, like, I completely erased you from my memory. That it is in It's Just Indifference. Following on from that, You'll Never Find Another Like Me. And you know what? Discourse time. Me was a good song. You guys just don't know how to have fun. Was it cringe? That little interlude before the bridge where she's like, spelling is fun. Yes. Am I glad that it's gone from the song? Yes. But that doesn't mean that it wasn't unique, original, and, you know, just a really good time. And that's exactly what this category is for. We're getting to the top tiers now. Second from the top, which is like iconic, but not quite, I'm about to combust iconic. It's Golden Like Daylight, which really kind of sums it up, I think, quite nicely. It's everything that's lovely and nice and fills your heart with feelings. It's a real memorable experience. It's golden. It's like daylight. It's always there. And finally, the top tier. The Grammys were not ready for these songs, and that's why this category is called The Grammys Were Not Ready. I've arranged the songs below in order of track listing so no one can say that I'm biased, even though maybe she is, maybe she's born with it, maybe she's Maybelline. We're gonna go through, we're gonna rank them, I'm gonna pick out my favorite lyric from each of them. Let me know down in the comments below what your favorite songs from this album are. Let me know your favorite lyrics. Let's just get right into it. This is Red Ranked. I'm gonna rank Red. Here we go. Also, real quick fun fact, the Red tour was the first Taylor tour that I ever went to, which was like, it opened my eyes for concert experiences. Literally, no one could measure up after that. At that point, I'd only been to Gaga and then Taylor. No one could compare to either of them live. Anyways, the point of the story is State of Grace, hell of an opening song. Oh my god, that's iconic activity right there. She really knew what she was doing. I reckon State of Grace, like that beat, that dum 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 dum, that beat, it just gets you so into it, gets you so hyped. And it's the simplest thing. I reckon it's golden. It's gotta be, it's golden. It's like daylight. Like, you can't forget it. It's always gonna be there. Never gonna forget the way that I felt when she first opened the Red tour with that song. And I didn't even know what this song was at that time. That's how bad of a fan I was then. But I do now, and I have been enlightened. So it's going in, it's golden, it's daylight. My favorite line from that song? Oh, there are so many good lines. There are so many good lines in that song. Oh, these are the hands of fate, you're my Achilles heel. This is the golden age of something good and right. I'm literally just reading the lyrics at this point. Every lyric is my favorite. I think at the moment, it changes every now and then, just depending on my mood when I listen to it. I know you people know what I'm talking about. I know. I'm just gonna sing it. It's the second verse where it's like, so you were never a saint, and I loved in shades of wrong. You learned to live with the pain, mosaic broken hearts, but this love is brave and wild. You know. This is just an excuse for me to play karaoke. Sorry, not sorry. But that's my favorite line. State of Grace, it's golden like daylight. Next up, we have track 2, Red. Red you have to be, I feel like, in a specific nostalgic mood to listen to. So it is really good. The emotional attachment to the colors and how that reflects in the music. Oh, it's so good. It's like a dream-like-esque kind of production sound as well. I'm getting very technical about this, but it is what it is. Red, I reckon it's golden too, which is kind of, counterintuitive, but it's golden like daylight. You cannot forget it. It's literally her entire brand. Favorite line from Red. I can't think, so I have to look up the lyrics. I'm sorry. I promise I'm not a fake fan. I just cannot think. Literally the entire chorus. I can't lie. Actually, no. My favorite line, every single time it hits me, it gets me. It's just like, ooh, homegirl understands. Also verse 2. Verse 2 is really iconic now that I'm thinking about it. But verse 2, when it's like, fighting with him was like trying to solve a crossword and realizing there's no right answer. Regretting him was like wishing you never found love, that love could be that strong. Just iconic behavior, because we can all relate. I love the imagery that it puts forward, especially the red, the blue, the gray. I just don't feel like it's Grammy worthy. Like, I love it. Don't roast me for this. I love it. But is it Grammys were not ready material? Not quite, but it's definitely golden like daylight. All right, next one we have Treacherous. Oh, listen, Treacherous really hits different. Every single time I have a crush, I literally just play Treacherous because it feels so forbidden. It feels very Speak Now, but mature Speak Now. It's so grounded, and the fears that are conveyed within the lyrics are so real and delicate. Treacherous, I reckon it's golden. It's golden like daylight. You can't forget it. It's always gonna come back around at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, like daylight. Are these all gonna end up being it's golden? My favorite lyric, I love verse 2s are so iconic. Like, if you don't stick around for verse 1, don't bother sticking around for verse 2, because you do not deserve that content, okay? Because literally, end of verse 2, my favorite lyric from this song every single time. All we are is skin and bone, trained to get along. That's it. It's so simple. It's so just grounded, and I love it. And Treacherous, oh, it is golden, baby. Treacherous is golden. I Knew You Were Trouble, track 4. Wow, Jakey G, you really did a number on me. Look, I'm not gonna lie and say this hasn't been on repeat for a while, but I'll drink to that, bro. I reckon I Knew You Were Trouble, that's a you'll never find another like me kind of situation. Just because, like, I knew you were trouble when you walked in. I'm never gonna see that again, because now I know more than I did before, and I'm not gonna look for that trouble. So there it is, sweetie. I Knew You Were Trouble, you'll never find another like me. It's not quite golden. I don't feel like the subject matter deserves to put it in its golden. So you'll never find another like me. I'll never go through that again, because I knew you were trouble, and now I know what trouble looks like. I think my favorite line, or the line that hits me every single time, because when I first heard the song, I'd never heard the phrase before. Again, it's at the end of the second verse. Can I be more original? The line where it goes, "A new notch in your belt is all I'll ever be. And now I see, now I see, now I see. Just that new notch in your belt part. Sorry, I just wanted to flex my runs. But the new notch in your belt part, that's probably the line that gets me every single time. So, I knew you were trouble. You'll never find another like me. And you know what? A new notch in your belt, if that's all I'll ever be, gonna have to get a new belt altogether, baby, because you'll never find another like me. Next up, oh my god, I was not ready for this emotional turmoil. I didn't know this song came on so early in the album. This is track 5? Oh, actually, no, track 5's track 5's. Track 5 is the one, the only, none other than All Too Well. And you know what? This shit slaps. Sorry for my language, but this shit slaps. No matter what mood you're in, it doesn't matter if you're like fresh in love, it doesn't matter if you're freshly heartbroken. All Too Well, she does the job. She's like, the Grammys were not ready for her. I'm just straight up, the Grammys were not ready for All Too Well. Nobody was ready for All Too Well. Is it the best song about heartbreak that she's written? Probably not, but All Too Well captures an entire relationship in 5 minutes, and girl, Homegirl really took us on a roller coaster ride. That's all I'll say. My favorite line. There are too many. Oh my god, the imagery is too much. There's like, you can't just single out one line from that song. The entire song is my favorite lyric. No, actually, I think my favorite line or my favorite lyric from All Too Well is definitely the end part, where throughout the song she sings I remember it all too well, or like I was there, I remember it. At the end, literally just that entire outro, when she flips the script, I'll sing it, and you guys will know. Wind in my hair, you were there, you remember it. All down the stairs, you were there, you remember it all. It was rare, I was there, I remember it all too well. Like literally how it started, I was there, I remember it all too well. How it ended, you were there, you remember it all too well. Like, queen of thinking, her brain cells. The Grammys were not ready. And you know who else wasn't ready? Me, us, the fans. We were not ready. Track 6, 22. Look, I'm kind of biased. 22 at the moment. I'm 22. So this shit's going... No, I'm kidding. It's not going up in the Grammys. We're not ready. I'm sorry, sweetie. 22 was a good song. It's a fun time. You'll never find another like me. You'll never find another like 22. But it's not quite golden, and it's just not quite Grammy worthy, if I'm being honest. 22, favorite line? Oh, easy. It's, yeah, we're happy, free, confused, and lonely at the same time. Because I feel like, knowing what I know now, 22 really do be that. Happy, free, confused, all at the same time. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing at any given moment. And you know what? 22 sums it up. But yeah, you'll never find another like 22. Track 7, I Almost Do. Again, it is shocking how much I relate to the songs on this album. It's kind of concerning. I want to say, just because like purely emotional attachment to that song, I want to say that it's golden like daylight. Maybe it is You Still Do It For Me, Baby. Because, you know, every now and then it's just kind of like, yeah, I bet you're thinking about me. I bet you think about me when you're home from work, when you're looking out at the city, and I bet sometimes you wonder about me. Like, it just feels like such an ego trip, which relatable, but at the same time, I can't dwell on it anymore. Like, it still does it for me. When I'm in the mood for it, I'll still visit those feelings, but my favorite line, oh no, I know what my favorite line is from I Almost Do. My favorite line, the line that gets me every single time with I Almost Do, it's the bridge. It's just so good, like the whole bridge, and also very relatable, can't lie. How does it go? Here we go. Oh, we made quite a mess, babe. It's probably better off this way. And I confess, baby, in my dreams you're touching my face and asking me if I wanna try again with you. And I almost do. Like, that's relatable content right there. Not saying that it's happened, not saying that it hasn't happened, but you know, she can relate. You still do it for me, baby. You still do it for me, I almost do. And that's exactly why you're in that tier. All right, next one. Oh, yes, finally a good one. I didn't say that. We are never, ever getting back together. Again, highly relatable. But again, not quite Grammys Were Not Ready level. Like, this one is a fun time. You're literally never gonna find another like me. That's the entire message of this song. Like, we're never getting back together, like, ever, because you're never gonna find another like me. Sorry, I just had like a moment of like, oh my god, my ego is huge. But at the same time, it's true. It's unique. We're never gonna get another song like that. My favorite part of that song is probably just the part in the chorus where it's like, you go talk to your friends, talk to my friends, talk to me. Because it's just so true. Like, it doesn't matter how amicable things ended. It doesn't matter how good of terms you're on with the other person. There's always going to be gossip surrounding it, regardless of, like, how well you know each other, how well your social groups know each other. There's always going to be gossip about it. There's always going to be your side, their side, the truth. That got too deep, but you know what I mean. Like, that's just my favorite line because it's so true. You can't avoid it. It's just what happens. So yeah, we are never ever getting back together. We'll never find another one like it. Next one. Oh, Stay, Stay, Stay. Sweetie. Sweetie. My first impression of it was that this was the red version of Ours from Speak Now. Except this one is toxic or like not healthy. I'm not gonna lie, this song doesn't come to my mind very often, so I'm sorry. Stay, stay, stay. It's just indifference. I forget that you exist. Stay, stay, stay. What's my favorite lyrics? I don't know, because I literally forgot that it existed. Sorry to any Stay, Stay, Stay stands out there, but it isn't love, it isn't hate, it's just indifference. The Last Time. Ooh. This was a deviation though. This was a genre change. Not only was it not country or pop, it was kind of like alternative rocky kind of vibes, which I really liked. But I didn't pay much attention to it. But when I did, you still do it for me the last time. Let's look up my favorite lyrics. I think it's just the chorus. Where it's like, this is the last time I'm asking you this. Put my name at the top of your list. Like, prioritize me, baby. Make me your number one. Maybe not number one, but like, you know, top 3. It just really cements the fact that love is a choice. Falling in love is not a choice. You don't choose the person. You don't choose who you fall in love with. But choosing to stay in love, that in itself is a choice. Choosing to put someone as a priority, that's a choice. And a lot of people don't get that. And you know what? This is the last time I'm asking you this. Know your worth, people. Know your worth. That's exactly what this entire album is about. So, that is The Last Time. Next one, Holy Ground. Do I even need to say it? Like, literally, the way that she changed the game with Holy Ground, the Grammys were not ready. The recording version, the version that she did for BBC Radio 1 Live, like the slowed down acoustic version, all versions of Holy Ground, cannot dispute it. Just so good. So good. My favorite lyric from Holy Ground. Oh, yes. Okay. When I heard the BBC Radio 1 version again, like, it just hit so different slowed down. And it was second verse again. And I guess we fell apart in the usual way. Now the story's got dust on every page. But sometimes I wonder how you think about it now. And I see your face in every crowd. It's just so... it hits. Next one, Sad, Beautiful, Tragic. I'm just going to say it right now. If Sad, Beautiful, Tragic was on Folklore, it would have gotten the recognition it deserved. Sadly, it was not on Folklore. It was just sad, beautiful, and tragic, and I did not listen to it enough to really remember the melody. I just remember it being super sad, super mellow, super Folklore vibes. So I'm sorry, Sad, Beautiful, Tragic. You really do have some beautiful lyrics in there. I remember there's like serious poetry in that song. I just don't remember the melody whatsoever. So I'm sorry. It's just indifference. Next one, The Lucky One. Look, I have been back and forth about this song quite a bit because it's literally peak first world problems song. And I love it, but it's just at the same time, oh, a little bit tone deaf, I can't lie. Yeah, Fame and Fortune isn't what it's cut out to be, but at the same time, it's a lot better off than a lot of people could ask for. So it is peak first world problems, but it's a hell of a beat, and I'm conflicted, so I'm just gonna put it on You'll Never Find Another Like Me, because, yeah, I think with time, Taylor's obviously grown in her artistry, she's grown in her self-awareness. You'll never get something quite as tone deaf as that in the future. We'll never get another like The Lucky One, but it is an iconic song. It's an iconic beat, and again, second verse, best lyrics. And they tell you that you're lucky, but you're so confused, 'cause you don't feel pretty, you just feel used, and all the young things line up to take your place. Like, if that's not insecurity at its peak, I don't know what is. And it's something that we can all relate to. But overall, just that whole song is a little bit tone deaf. I can't lie. Next up, Everything Has Changed. Just, yeah, I have no commentary on that. I'm sorry to Ed Sheeran, but this song was overrated as hell. Purely because it was campaigned or promoted as a pop song and a collaboration with Ed Sheeran, and I'm sorry to this man, but it's just not worth the hype. It's just indifference. I hate it? It sounds like I hate it, but I just don't care for it. So it's just indifference. There are better songs on this album. Case in point, Starlight. That was a fun time. But at the same time, I don't really care for it. Like, she really set up the story there. I met Bobby on the boardwalk, summer of 45. She really took me there. But I don't really care for it. It was my surprise song at the Reputation tour. It's a good time to jam out to, but you have to be in a specific mood for it, I feel. You have to be in a specific, like, vibe and, like, partying to dance. You still do it for me, Starlight. You still do it for me. My favorite line from it is probably just the chorus. And I said, oh my, what a marvelous tune. It was the best night. Never would forget how we moved. The whole place was dressed in the nines and we were dancing, dancing like we're made of starlight, starlight. That's it. It's just the chorus. The entire chorus is my favorite line. All right, begin again. I think we've all been in that position where we just begin again. You meet someone, you go out with them, and you don't know if it's gonna go well because it's a first date. First date's high stakes. Am I right, ladies, fellas, gents, everything in between, non-binary friends? Sorry, that was so convoluted. You still do it for me, baby. Again, specific mood. You have to be in a specific vibe for that, because it's kind of like you're down in the dumps about your bad luck in love, but at the same time, you're hopeful. And I think we can all relate to that, but it has to be a specific mood. I think my favorite line from that song is just the entire chorus, but specifically like the first couplet where it's like, 'cause you throw your head back laughing like a little kid. I think it's strange that you think I'm funny 'cause he never did. Just 'cause it's so vulnerable and it's so like, you know, you're still healing, but you're also hopeful, and it's just, oh, the duality of man. So begin again. You still do it for me, baby. The moment I knew, the moment I knew really hit different. You'll never find another like me, I reckon. That's peak drama, but it's also highly relatable because I think everyone has that. Everyone has that moment that they knew was the turning point, that they knew was when everything changed for the worse. I certainly have that moment I knew, and yeah, there's no other way to describe it than you'll never find another like me. That's the perfect category for the moment I knew. My favorite line, again, at the end of it, when she flips the script, the outro of it just hits different. You called me later and said, I'm sorry I didn't make it. And I said, I'm sorry too. And that was the moment I knew. Oh, we're on the final two already. Damn, all right, okay. Come back, be here. Yeah, I reckon it's golden. It's not quite like absolutely makes me go mental the way the Grammys Were Not Ready category songs do. It's always there, that feeling of longing for someone who's there but not quite there. Or even just like missing someone after 5 minutes of being away from them. Like, it sounds stupid, but it happens. Don't blame me. Like, love made me crazy. If you've ever been in love, you know what I'm talking about. Favorite line, favorite section of the song, verse 2. The delicate beginning rush, the feeling you can know so much without knowing anything at all. And now that I can put this down, if I had known what I know now, I never would have been so nonchalant. Because I think that sums it up. Because it's like you sometimes feel like you don't do enough to show the other person that you care. You know them without having to really know them, if that makes any sense at all. And it's like the first reference to delicate, and then it's just delicate comes up on Reputation, and it's just, oh my god, the dots, they're connecting, everything is full circle. I love that for us. And last but not least, but certainly quite problematic, Girl at Home. You'll never find another like me. Again, it's kind of the same vibe as I Knew You Were Trouble, because Girl at Home, you'll never find another like me, quite frankly, because I'm never gonna make that same mistake again. I'm never gonna walk into trouble again. I'm never gonna be the person that you talk to while you have a girl at home. So yeah, you'll never find another like me. And Girl at Home, it's just like the amount of self-empowerment in that song, unparalleled. Did not see it coming, but it was there and I love it. It wraps in all of those feelings of like resentment for the self and resentment for the other person and like feeling bad for the girl at home. She really summed up that guilt really well, and it's concerning to me how much I relate to this entire album. But yeah, my favorite line from Girl at Home: "It would be a fine proposition if I was a stupid girl. But honey, I am no one's exception. This I have previously learned." That's girl power right there. That is self-awareness. That is growth. If I've ever seen it, Girl at Home, you'll never find another like me. Because I'm never gonna make that same mistake again. So there we have it. Thank you guys for joining me on this mini karaoke fest of Red Ranked. Happy 8th anniversary to Red. Thank you for being literally the most relatable album that I never saw coming. Never thought I would relate to all of these themes so young at 22, but there it is, 22. It hits different. If you guys enjoyed this video and want me to make something similar to this with different albums, drop album recommendations below, drop artists below, and I'll see what I can do. We'll see what happens, because this was actually a lot of fun. Let me know down below what your favorite song from Red is, what your favorite lyrics from Red are. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until next time.